lows. I'm gonna buy till I can't no more. I'm gonna buy these alts cause they're oversold. I'm gonna buy till I can't no cause they're oversold.
Welcome to the show. This is the Moon Boys podcast. My name's Theo, and I'm joined today by Justin. How's it going today, Justin?
Hey, very well. So much going on in this crypto market. There's so many things to talk about. Bitcoin is underperforming ETH, ETH underperforming Sol, Sol's underperforming alts, crypto in general is underperforming gold. AI stocks are underperforming normal stocks. So much news, so much lols, so much bullshit to talk about. I'm just here to sort of like try and keep up with it all. You know, it's such a fast news cycle. Hopefully I learned something.
Yeah, I kind of worry that I'm going to keep rotating down. Like, you know, Bitcoin breaks the 120, so I go into Solana, and then Solana breaks the 120, and I go into ETH, and then ETH breaks the 120, I go into USDC, and by then I've got like nothing left, right? Just keep rotating all the way down.
That experience.
I haven't
think Bitcoin
yet,
going under the.
I'm worried I might.
When Bitcoin, for me, if it goes below the 120, then I have to sell all my crypto. It's a macro indicator.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still in Seoul for some reason. But anyways, nothing here's financial advice. We're not financial advisors, just some guys on the internet. Justin, do you want to share your screen right now? I see you got some charts up.
I'd love to talk about this. I've mentioned this 3 weeks ago. So Elon Musk knows that he doesn't really want to work for Tesla, so they're throwing money at him like you wouldn't believe. And this is in an effort to sort of not spook the investors. Now, when you have a flamboyant and charming and extravagant CEO like Elon Musk promising you robots and flying cars, Tesla promised flying cars, right? Where are the flying cars? And then the promises don't really come through. Like self-driving seems to always be 2 years away. And keep your eye on Tesla prices. It's probably not a hold right now. It's probably a sell, because probably within this kind of deal will be like, just don't mention you're leaving. Don't mention you're leaving. Please don't tell everybody you're going to leave in 2 years. That's speculation, but there we go.
Yeah, he'll be the world's first trillionaire.
Back to crypto. We've got all is not well in the World Limity Financial, which token actually went live, causing insiders and pre-sale people to rake in massive profits. It sort of looks a bit like Yeezy. Do you see the chart? Can you compare Yeezy to World Limity Financial? But this is interesting because apparently Justin Sun, who is a controversial figure, still holds $3 billion worth of this token. So the protocol itself is shaped to sort of like, they have their own stable coin, and it's shaped to sort of like bring liquidity to US treasuries. So there is like there is some America first in this for sure. But the amount of money that Trump's empire has raked in, I think it's like $18 billion. I think even the bags that Trump still holds is still like his biggest part of his wealth at the moment, which is crazy stuff. I can't believe what's going on with Trump and his supporters and the actions he's taking in South America. And every week there's crazy Trump stuff going on. But this one was to do with crypto. Do you have any opinion? Do you have any sort of opinion on this?
Justin Sun's been a controversial figure in the last couple of weeks. First, there was the XPL. He pump and dumped it insanely, and now, as he's trying to sell his WLFI tokens, they froze all his funds. Right. So we got the WLFI chart up here. I don't have the Yeezy chart at the moment. I don't even know where I would find that. Yay! No, it was YZY. Yeah, there it is. YZY. So it doesn't look dissimilar. This one's not looking great though. It's at 500 mil market cap now. Pretty flatlined.
The difference is Yeezy's at a low market cap, and this World Liberty Financial is big business. It's number 3 trending on Solana, for example.
And so they're trying to launch
liquidity,
a new
massive
stablecoin
amounts
like
of drugs getting
USD1,
pulled, profits
right?
getting taken. But apparently, similar to Justin Sun's activity with the XPL, it was some sort of complicated, financially engineered way of profiting. That's what he likes to do, doesn't he? He does it every year. He crops up and he's pumped one token so he can dump it on the side or something. He's such a shady character.
Yeah, but WLFI, it's all about the USD1
Yeezy was more,
right?
Yeah, and hopefully they're hoping it will generate buyers for US Treasuries.
So they want a stablecoin that they can control.
I've got this.
USDC's got this monopoly on stablecoins or whatever with Tether, but they're showing this behavior of freezing tokens. It doesn't look really good.
Oh, Matthew Smead would not like a centrally controlled. He would say, "Look, this is evidence that P died to the moon."
Yeah,
because
a decentralized stablecoin. I think your internet's cutting out a little bit there, Wizard. So he's got BMNR divided by MSTR pulled up. What is
but he's
BMNR?
not here to say that, so.
BMNR. Bitmine Immersion Technology. So this is Bitmine versus MicroStrategy. So Bitcoin or Bitmine's been outperforming MicroStrategy recently, it looks like. So they've had a pump. Or MicroStrategy's had a dump. Let me pull up MicroStrategy. Yeah, MicroStrategy's been dumping a little bit here. It's below the 120 on the daily. Jules in the bearish control zone. And Justin is loading. He's loading. Okay, cool. All right, well, let's go back to Bitcoin. Let's see where we're at in the cycle. All right, so we've been struggling the last few days with the 120-day SMA. So we've had 3 consecutive closures below with the jewel in the bearish control zone. So this is a bearish setup for me. I sold all my Bitcoin again in full ported Solana. But today, we're trying to make a comeback. We've got 7 hours to close this candle. It's currently sitting above the 120 with the bearish bias up here. So I'm inclined to expect another rejection, potentially even go lower on Bitcoin. I was pulling up some interesting charts earlier. So we have the Puell multiple there. This is the MVRV-Z score, if it loads. So this is showing that we're neither overheated nor very low in the cycle. We're somewhere in the middle of the cycle. We got the Puell multiple showing a similar read. So in the past, the peaks tended to go up into the red zone, except for on this peak here. Let's see if we can find 65. So these peaks did not go into the red zone, but they did get close. But here we are sort of in the middle again. So we're not peaking. Let's see what this was. This was last year in March. So far this year has been pretty low on the score. Let's go to the RHODL ratio. And here we see a similar setup. So when the indicator goes into the red zone, we're maxed out, and currently we are not maxed out. So I think that's sort of telling for where we're at in the cycle with Bitcoin. We could zoom out on the weekly, and Justin's back. Welcome, Justin.
Sorry about the technical difficulties.
Yeah, you had to switch to the Starlink.
Yeah, exactly. That's what's happened. That's what's up.
Hell yeah. I was just taking a look at Bitcoin and a bunch of charts on Bitcoin Magazine Pro. I've just been noticing all these, like the Puell multiple and the MVRV-Z score and stuff like that. The net unrealized profit losses here as well. But they're all
Can you define?
they're all sort of saying the same thing. Like the last few charts I looked at, they're all sort of saying that we're not overheated yet. Go ahead.
We can talk about these for like 10 minutes, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think these are great things to talk that we can talk about, educate people about, and just talk together about these.
Mm-hmm.
So the theory is that there will be a bear at some point. I know that I've been talking all this shit about this is going to be an 8-year cycle. I think that's uneducated of me to try and say that. I think at some point, even if you have the constant inflows from the institutions, there's still this situation where the long-term holders are still the most significant force, and they will take profit when one of these indicators peak, and it will trigger a bear.
But we're not quite there yet. We're not overheated just yet, which is nice. So there's more room to run. The last time it peaked was in 2021, so it's almost like this cycle hasn't even started yet to a certain degree.
Agree.
So people were joking today about cycles over and stuff like that. I think we're still early to a certain degree. I'm still expecting late 2025 will be the peak,
hype,
but that means we need to go
November,
really fast,
$200
right?
hype, $200 hype in November. Yeah. Healthy little 5x on World Liberty Financial. We're going to see Solana at about 420.
You think we're still going to go higher on WLFI?
We're going to see Solana at about 420. I think we're going to see Ethereum at 6,900.
Okay.
Word. So we're not. It looks like a healthy bull market.
A healthy pullback on Ethereum here.
Oh no, that doesn't look good. That looks like it's time to rotate to Solana.
Solana's feeling nice and cozy right now.
Definitely.
But yeah, like I was saying at the very beginning, like I worry that I'll just keep rotating down and down as it keeps hitting the 120, and I'll just it would be safer just to like you said, just sell everything when Bitcoin goes down above the 120. Look at this rejection here on the 200 weekly.
200 weekly is an old meme. 200 weekly comes from this theory about Bitcoin has a halving every 4 years and it will never go below the 200 weekly.
This is actually on Solana, but look at how the indicator starts right there and just bounces exactly off it. Isn't that interesting?
It starts there. That's so good.
Yeah.
Is that on Binance? No, it's on Coinbase. Okay, fair enough. Pretty sure Coinbase were there at the beginning of Solana, right? That's kind of perfect.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. I mean, we can always go to the 5-day and see different indicators, but I just thought that was interesting how these lines match up so perfectly.
And then Hype is underperforming relative to Solana, but then they just announced their own stablecoin as a mechanism to sort of decrease fees, boost liquidity, increase revenue.
I can pull up Hype versus Solana.
I mean, they move so fast. If they can carry on not having a problem like a big hack issue, and they can keep announcing stuff that's so foolish.
Oh yeah, Hype is underperforming Solana here. Rejection off the 120. Bearish control zone. So better off holding Solana at the moment.
Yeah, it's got the momentum. You still have Super in your watch list.
Yeah, like I did well with Super in the past, but I haven't held it for a while. It's been sort of.
It's just one that you.
It doesn't feel good.
People have the same emotions about PEPE and Doge. They keep an eye on it because they made a lot of money with it 7 years ago.
Yeah, it treated me well. I want to keep it on the radar, but I haven't felt good about holding it in a while. Like, where's
I like
Elio
a
been? Is he
shade
still
store.
making content? Like, I haven't seen a single Elio video in like 3 years.
The algorithm's suppressing him, or he's disappeared to.
I must have unfollowed him or something.
So you got stablecoin dominance. That just is been going up, and it
Oh,
looks
yeah.
like it's ready to explode. Because as we know, money comes into the crypto system on a steady basis.
Hmm.
And look at it. That's on a high time frame. That's on a daily, and it's going up and up. And when it starts pouring back in, when people are going risk on, crypto is going to go crazy. I'm telling you, hype's going to 200. I'm hyped.
So when stablecoin dominance goes down, that's when people go back risk on, right?
Yeah, yeah. They've got it on the sidelines, ready to deploy.
This doesn't have a lot of history. Oh, shout out Matt Smeed retweeting us. That's very appreciated. I guess we have a bunch of
Gang,
comments here with the Coke shout out each and every time. Shout out Nakudo
Coke, watch your mouth.
and Bitcoin Lover. Welcome in. I don't have enough history on this chart. This goes back to like this year, stablecoin dominance.
It's just a new indicator. It doesn't go very far back, does it?
Yeah, I guess I'll stay on the daily for now. I gotta give a shout out to Nakudo. I don't see him on here though. That's weird. Oh, he's on Kick. Interesting. Well, shout out Nakudo nevertheless. I'm gonna make him a mod in the channel. I don't know how. Great. Cool. Well, what else we got to talk about? What's on the agenda next?
You got me.
Okay. Well, we looked at Bitcoin. I was saying Bitcoin had 3 consecutive closures on the daily below the 120, and right now it's trying to push above the 120, but it's got the bearish bias on the PMARP here. So I'm expecting a rejection here, and it looks like it's already come down since we were looking at it earlier, and it's already rejecting again. There's 7 hours left to close the candle.
And with gold performing this well and Bitcoin going sideways and down, it looks iffy, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, gold's been nuts recently.
Yo, is that on
Gold's
the
been nuts
daily?
for a long time. Dude, that was the daily.
Yo.
All-time high for gold.
Shout
That
out my
looks
gold
nice.
buds.
Yeah, it looks like in the last year, it's gone up like double. Let's see. From here to here. Yeah, about a 2x since early last year. Are you holding gold?
Yeah.
Yeah, just in like a brokerage, or you got the gold bricks laying around?
In a brokerage.
Yeah. Good for you. I'm more of a gold brick sort of guy.
Okay.
We are warm, not hot. Exactly. THORChain's coming back, I think. Let's go look at THORChain, I guess. Where's our good buddy RUNE?
If you
Let's
go
see how
on Coke,
this is the Coke indicator. Amber, don't laugh. It's not funny.
Bitcoin Cash is the new integration, and that's another big community as well as the previous one they integrated, which was
Bitcoin. Oh, that like so. Bitcoin Cash is on RUNE now.
you can swap it in and out of that.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like
It's been there for a while, and I haven't been keeping up with the news.
with
They
RUNE.
upgrade the system or something. Yeah, with THORChain. I don't know what the latest is. I know that the RHODL price pumped.
Dude, this don't look good.
Yeah,
This looks like a BSV chart or something. Let's pull up BSV. We just roast our friends the whole show. Oh no. Rip Esan. Well, where's the alpha? I was gonna do like a trench stream. What?
yeah. Okay, I'll ride shotgun.
Okay, so let's take a look and see what we got here. So Dogenarii was popping today. I faded this. I did not get into it.
What's the macro for the trenches? Like, what's the sentiment?
Active trading wallets is now ticking up a little bit here. So it bottomed and it's heading upwards now. It's at 88.
Oh, nice.
Coins launched is also heading upwards. So launched versus graduated, they're both heading up. So are the trenches coming back? Potentially. Top coins today: Emotional Intelligence, the Meme Job, Bag Worker, Dogenarii. None of these seemed really exciting to me. I was looking at like those coins yesterday, like Karen and stuff like that. We were trading Karen Justice for Arena.
What, are you trading it live? Or are you just trading it on the Discord with your gang?
Yeah, I was trading it a bit on the Discord. Didn't do so well. I think I got out with my shirt. I think Clemente lost like $300 on it.
I had the tab loaded with twerk, with shake it, and I saw it go up and up, and I was experiencing insane FOMO.
Which one?
Twerk. I think the ticker is shake it or something.
Oh, weird. Shake it.
It might have been delisted. You know, the whole thing with Rhythm is we're going to filter out the shit. Now this thing nuked. This thing fully worked at 3 mil as well. None of those, I believe. It won't have a high market cap because it nuked.
Give me the name one more time. The first name.
Shake it or twerk.
Twerk. Okay. Maybe this one.
Yeah, maybe.
It's got 2K market cap.
It nuked. I saw it just like completely.
That sounds like it rugged.
So this Rhythm thing, it's not 100% effective.
Well, this one's Axiom. The thing about Rhythm is it's still sort of in beta. Like it doesn't find certain tokens, and you have to contact the devs and report bugs. So I still kind of see it as a beta.
That's hot.
Platform.
Okay.
But it's got some good meme discoverability here.
What was the tab? So if you go on Tempo.
Yeah.
And then can you add something on top of that? I saw Easy do something crazy where he clicked on
that's
the
at the bottom
scuffer,
here.
maybe.
So see these.
Oh, it's at the bottom. You never look at the bottom for like a UI element, do you?
It took me a while. It took me a while to find those. So you can click on Discover, it brings it up, and then you can drag it off to the side. Which is fun. One thing you can do is like say it's on first wave right now, right? You can turn on the volume, and then you'll get a little ding every time something enters first wave.
Where's the volume? I see it.
Yeah, so BBBC2 just entered first wave. So let's take a look at that.
And has Jason been talking about Rhythm, or is he late to the party?
He has not. He's still all in Axiom. So this looks terrible because it's got the bot sort of chart where it goes up.
The bot pattern.
Yeah, it goes up in a uniform pattern, spikes up, spikes down. Like it just doesn't look good. So I don't like that. Let's go back to first wave and see what else pops up. So that was BBB. It had a typo in the ticker essentially. It was BBC2, BBBC2. I'm curious what this is supposed to be though. Let's take a look. So x.com is suspended. Let's see if they have a website. Example.com.
Like, yo, Grok, can you vibe code me a shitcoin? Like that.
Yeah, they didn't even try. I think these guys are trying to farm us right now.
GPT.
Yeah. Let's go back to first wave, see what else we can find. So it's disappeared from first wave. So emotional intelligence. I was looking at this today. It's at 165K. I don't like it just because when you look into it, it's just an article. I sort of want something like morning routine. Like I want like a 5-minute video that kind of like gives me good feels. I'm going to watch it, feel good about it. Maybe I want to watch it again, or maybe the first time I watch it, I only get half of the video and I got to like rediscover like the entire video later. Like I want something that's like vibes, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like
well, you tell me because
the girl who got murdered yesterday or whatever, like that was not a good token to trade because it's just got terrible vibes, right?
Yeah.
Like you get into it, you can't show your friends you made money on it. Like, oh, look at
No.
this, I made money on someone being murdered. That's a terrible vibes.
On a train. On a train.
Yeah. So Dogenarii keeps popping up. This one also seems really boring to me. It's like the
Yeah.
Dogecoin account saying that the founders of Rome had a Dogenarii coin, and that's pretty much it. It's like this little
Wow.
stupid picture. Like, why would I want to mess with that? I don't want to mess with that. Things I just feel like they're overhyped.
Awkward.
You know, that's what I mean. Yeah. But we can take a look into a few more here. Brick Coin, Babel, and Milos the Lord.
What's the difference between trending and first wave?
I think first wave is when it's first discovered, sort of like cabbage.
Sort of like cabbage. Cabbage was discovered.
Cabbage
What's
is also
the
really
difference?
good. Like, I'm not an expert on all these
Trending.
things because, like,
No.
yeah, useless is not new, but it's going to show up in the AI feed again, and it's going to say that it was discovered at 210.
Sounds funny.
It was spotted at 2 mil market cap. But it keeps
Something
getting like
icky.
re-added to it, right? I mean, useless did really well. Let's see what else is in here. Corey, Deep. I like to look at all the tools and see what tokens showing up on all of them.
But something with the hype stablecoin is going to like initiate hype buybacks. These investor centric announcements. I do quite like stuff like that.
Like XPL.
When hype stablecoin is going to boost liquidity, it's going to improve user experience, but there's also a mechanism where the revenue from the stablecoin goes into buying back hype tokens, making the supply scarcer.
What's
Price
stablecoin?
pumpy. I couldn't tell you. Hype
That's what
one? No.
XPL was, right? Like plasma?
There's a whole chain for stablecoins, wasn't it? XPL.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really understand the mechanism behind that. Which stablecoin is buying hype?
I mean, there's enough shit to talk about in crypto to like ignore the trenches, but then that's also another thing that you can talk about, isn't it? The community, the lols.
Yeah, I feel funny sometimes that I'm like not trading any of the majors like Chainlink or Athena and all that stuff, but I'm just like
I've been loving. I
only
love
trading,
trading.
like,
I love
brand new
trading on the
tokens.
12 minutes. I love trading on the 12 minutes on the 6 hour.
Man, I paper-handed XPL so terribly here. Look, I got in super early and then just sold right away, and then it went to Valhalla.
Greatest apologies for
Are you still holding XPL or did you get into it?
paper handed as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it a buy here?
No idea. I don't even understand what it does.
Because that DGen AI guy, he was like full porting XPL.
And then he was full porting it before this little dump that we see on the chart.
Yeah. Is he still? How's he been performing lately?
Past month return 113, eh?
So it's going down.
He definitely.
PNL on
Definitely.
the 30-day. He had
He had a bad time with XPL.
Big
That
moment.
dump really. He held on too long to XPL. He didn't take profits quick enough.
Yeah, he's out of X. Oh, he's still in XPL. Yeah, but he's down on it.
Now he's an ENA bull. That's so interesting. He's full porting ENA with a few hedges.
His
So
sole short.
interesting.
His sole short is actually keeping the portfolio alive. That's interesting. Huh?
Is that just a hedge? No, that's a
But
big
his-
short.
His XPL long is taking him down.
And this is trained on what? So interesting, isn't it?
He's still
Well,
doing
you-
well all time though.
I mean, you saw the DGen AI token price go up to like 2 million market cap as he was doing well with the XPL long. And then the XPL long began underperforming because there's a token you can interact with the AI. It's got a website and shit.
Really? Huh? It's not just a guy eating Doritos.
Timing's everything. Comical guy.
Man, The thing I like about the trenches is that I can actually set automations, right? Like, because on Hyperliquid, if Justin Sun had come in here and pumped the chart to a 7x and then dropped it back down again, if this was happening on Solana or Pump or whatever on Pump.fun, I would have been able to actually catch that with an automation.
The thing that's similar, I don't know what an automation is. Do you mean a limit order? Or do you
No,
mean an automation?
so let's just give an example right here, right? So we have Dogenarii. If I hit buy with 1 Solana, I have a strategy that automatically goes into place, right? So it states that if the token hits a 4x, I sell 25%. If it drops by 80%, I sell 100%.
Oh, I thought that was a rhythm thing. I didn't know that other platforms had that before rhythm. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can set them automatic, like you can set them yourself in BullX, so it's customizable. So I've been doing this.
I wish I had an automation that caught short squeezes. When regarding automation, I know that Hyperliquid has an API, okay? And I know that vibe coding is the new thing. Like, even if you've not really got programming experience, you can get started. And I just wish I could catch some of these short squeezes on these constantly underperforming shitcoins like Trump, Melania. Every now and then they try and squeeze people out of their short positions. You get these massive green candles. So similar to you, like I wish I could catch some of these green candles. You know what I mean? With something more natural than just thinking about all these numbers and setting a schedule. Oh, I need to update my my limit sell orders in case Yeezy does a 10% random pump for no reason today. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I agree. Like
so much about the trenches.
That's where AI comes in, not so that they can trade on your behalf, because we probably have better investment theses than any AI language model. What we need is just little tools to help us set up our plays, you know, and keep track of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they could be even more complicated than your quote unquote automations. I do think it's interesting though, the whole like take out original investment at 2x and all that shit. It's pretty good to have that on platforms. But that is a bit of an oversimplification in terms of a strategy. Like, how do you know it's not going to 10x?
Yeah, that's what I like about the trenches. And so, yeah, like you mentioned, on Rhythm, they have strategies as well. So you can create a new strategy and then they have pre-made ones for you, which is really nice. Like with BullX, you have to program your own, whereas they have some ideas, or you can create a brand new one here. Or you can just swap between strategies as well, which is really cool. Like I've got 2x SL and I've got DGen and I've got none. So you can just easily swap between strategies like that.
Can we talk about, can we go on, can we check out a predictions market on the stream right now? Like maybe one that we haven't been on before, like a competitor to Polymarket or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I'm just
look at what's trending.
Polymarket.
Would you say how much do you earn from trenching in a week?
Negative $1 million.
Okay. Well, it's all about building skill, I guess.
So trenching, I wouldn't say it's consistent. Like every month is either up or down by varying degrees. It's not something you can really nail down. It depends.
And emotional intelligence, that's just like some stupid video on YouTube, or that's an article.
I wish it was a video. It was like an article. Yeah, Decrypt Media article.
It's a bit dry, isn't it? Oh, Decrypt. Oh yeah, let's meme on that.
It's a picture. It's a video. It's like, okay, I'm gonna read this and I'm gonna get some vibes and feel about emotional intelligence.
Yeezy coins more than a meme, and Yeezy is a cultural force. Let's be honest, like fashion, etc. Being a complete douchebag, stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Versus, and then he's going to introduce Yeezy Pay. You're going to be able to buy like his terrible T-shirts, like using tokens and stuff. I like it when they like pretend to be technology plays as well. It's funny.
Yeah, that's the best. So we've got Polymarket and we've got Myriad, but for some reason Myriad's been crashing for me. Like I don't seem to be able to use Myriad lately. So we'll probably just stick to Polymarket.
I'll be interested to see. Do they have a trending page? Yeah, that's the first thing you land on. Is it trending? And then can you go on new liquidity pools? Each thing on Polymarket is a liquidity pool. Am I right?
I'm not sure. I don't spend a lot of time on here, but let's take a look at it. Any markets you want to take a look at in particular, or any type of markets, politics, sports, anything in general?
Not sports, no. Politics and economics.
Fed decision in September, 87%.
Too mainstream. Click on politics. Let's get specific. Click on crypto, geopolitics, and politics.
Crypto. What price will Bitcoin hit by certain times?
This kind of simplifies. You can't be in and out, in and out. If you're betting on these ones, it's more of like set and forget.
I like those ones that Yeezy talks about, like the time decay ones that they naturally appreciate over time. Like, will this guy
time decay ones? I haven't heard him talk about them.
Food within 30 days, and the closer it gets to the date, the higher the chances will go. So it's like a time decay, right? Yeah. The closer it gets to it, the higher it goes. Or no news makes the price go up.
Can you type Young Thug into the search?
This is it. Lord Miles completes 40-day water fast in the desert. This is a time decay play. Okay, Young Thug. Is that how you spell it?
He doesn't need to be pardoned anymore. There's only one thing. Can you type
Oh, Young Thug. That's awesome.
Can you type Burning Man?
31st. Burning Man?
No, Burning Man, the festival.
Oh, okay.
Can you type Drake?
Okay.
Oh, okay. Can you type Justin Trudeau?
Trudeau.
Nothing.
Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau confirmed relationship by October 31st.
Is this a time decay or is this just...
It seems to be going down over time.
Yeah.
So this is the opposite of a time decay. This gets worse over time. So you could vote no, but it's already at a 3% chance. So there's not a lot of alpha there.
I think that's you could lose just on a random one. Trending's good. Norway, parliamentary election winner. Who cares? Will it go right wing? All the right wing candidates that are set to like take over, they're all like pro-Israel, like all of them. AFD, Macron. No, what's the name of the right wing, the most powerful right wing movement in France, massively pro-Israel.
National Rally?
Possibly.
No, I don't think so. Macron unveils new right-wing French government. No, that's last year. France is...
Whereas like Macron, like he's like very much Israel's biggest... he's very much like Russia's biggest enemy. Like he's very... But as soon as like you go with the populism and you say, oh yeah, my God, there's too many immigrants, and then you just played into their hands, and like suddenly like your government is sending like millions of dollars to like Russia and Israel, and you can't win basically.
Sebastian Lecornu is pumping here on next French prime minister.
France is an interesting country. This could be, you could go with an underdog. You could like try and like back Lombard and just be like try and do it. It's like you 10x your money if Lombard gets into power.
Yeah, I don't know enough about French politics.
Probably need to pick something that you know about. What's tech? What have we got in the world of technology?
Tech.
iPhone will have 5 cameras. iPhone 17 will have 5 cameras. one that you implant into your forehead. Open AI browser by September. Interesting.
Which
Will
company has
Tesla
best AI model end of September? XAI's got a 3% chance.
Google just killing it, eh?
Yeah, I guess so.
Polymarket US. How are they finagling that?
They're going to go live in 2025.
It seems like a certainty at this point.
Yeah, but I mean, even that, remember the rate cut was 99.9% on Polymarket, and then some announcement came out and it went down to 70 and then 40%, something like that. Like
Low liquidity things.
Just because it's at 99 doesn't mean it's
Use your brain. Use your brain to find ones that, yeah, don't get swayed by the other people's opinions, because other people are stupid. That's the whole point.
Another thing too is you can see who's betting what. Like you can see their P&Ls apparently. Like you can see how profitable.
Oh, it's copy trade. Let's try and copy trade a profitable account.
Yeah, you can hover over their names and see who's profitable. So you can go with the winners. You can see who's got the profitable side.
Let's go on GoNef. What's GoNef backing at the moment? Number 3 yes holders.
GoNef.
Can we click and see his current? JD Vance will be nominated. Oh, but that would mean like that everything's not a catastrophe, and things could be a catastrophe at that point.
That's a long wait too. You got to wait like how many years for resolution on that one, right?
Boring. I thought this was going to be more fun.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're just looking at it for the first time
True. Come on.
Let's see where I'm going in my portfolio. Open orders, history. I lost. I sold. I bought. Cool, great. So I've got no open orders at the moment. I'm down $51. Polymarket's not good to me. I need to get better at this. Maybe the chat can give us some ideas here.
Yeah.
What we should be looking at. New markets.
Good one. Quite America. Quite a lot of American stuff.
Who will Trump endorse for New York City mayor? Elon Musk number of tweets on September 8th. Hype versus Sol just flipped the 120. Go take a look at that again.
Oh, it's the stablecoin announcement.
Where is it?
I saw it for a second, but now you're gonna find it easier.
Hopefully. Hype versus Sol on the
big
daily.
Pump.
So it's trying to cross above the 120 there. That's the notification I just got.
Yeah. But I was looking at the 69 and I was saying, okay, it's doing badly. That 120, it's only just gone below it recently. So, yeah.
There's some token called 67.
And what attracts you to this token? Is it the protocol? Is it the tokenomics? Is it the Trump endorsement?
It's got a website. It's got an X account. 67 coin, viral phenomenon. The internet's most dominant meme is now. How is 67 the internet's most dominant meme? Watch the story. I'm going to get drained. The story behind the phenomenon. How two simple numbers. I don't know about this.
They've got a video example.
Can you hear this?
Oh, it's a Gen Z. It's Gen Alpha thing. It's a Gen Alpha thing.
Yeah.
It's like teachers like. I hear reports of teachers say that Gen Alpha, they have a new favorite number every 2 months and they can't stop saying this number to their friends. So this is popular with like the Gen Alpha. I'm embarrassed to say I know that.
67.
Yeah, they'll just be like, yeah, 67, woo!
I've never heard this before. It's a parody account. Random number generator. Flying cars by 2025. It's a bunch of AI slop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about this. Back to the trenches. Honeypot hooch and bag worker.
And which institutional crypto players does Honeypot Hooch have a partnership with?
That's a good question. What's DYOR? Dogenarii. Hooch Melvin the MEV. I'm officially live. Honeypot Hooch. He's streaming right now on pump.fun.
How do you define a honeypot? It's when it looks like the other token, but it's not the real token, and then it gets rugged.
This is him. This looks shitty.
This doesn't have any aura.
Yeah, he's just looking at his phone.
Oh shit!
Oh man. I can't believe I clicked on
Sniffling.
that. Yeah, that's why it's dumping. Okay, so the only one to trade is... Wait, what is Milos, the Lord of the G-Strings? It's got no socials. New.
So you like to sort through them, and then when you get one that doesn't have any red flags, you'll do further research. Maybe you'll go in the Discord and ask them about it.
This one's kind of cute.
Yeah, I think we found one. I think we sorted through some shitty ones. We found one now.
It's a little penguin.
I can get down with this guy.
It's a lot of gifts, though. Join? What is the join? There's
Oh
a
yeah,
community.
542 members. Say less.
New. It's at 300k market cap.
Top 10 holders, 16%. Kiss my teeth.
Yeah, I've always been doing that lately.
What about you can see that how much bot trading there is on Rhythm. I quite like that feature.
Welcome, Rom.
Yay!
With the glasses,
Yeah, you're doing the glasses stream now.
Cool glasses, man.
Yeah, you too, mate. You copying Ray-Bans? What's going on? I'm trying to copy.
Yeah,
you.
fake. Look at that. That's not even. What the hell is that?
Oh
bro?
shit, that's the what do you call it? Ray Beans?
Yeah, for sure. I got them knockoff.
Also,
Look, you can't have glasses with this and then not be Ray-Bans. Come on, what are you doing?
I made a new term for Fiji water. My friend wanted a water bottle yesterday, so I brought him some Fiji, which is a
Yeah,
Fiji bottle, but like a water from a filter.
From the tap, from the filter, Fiji.
Fiji. Yeah. We got that Fiji.
Full of shit. That bottle has aura. The bottle's half the thing anyway.
Saratoga.
What have you guys been discussing?
Well, Theo's got a bad strategy when it comes to what he's going to hold in terms of, like, he'll go from Bitcoin to Ethereum to Sol because he has some idea that it's going to go to 120, and he's kind of maybe trying to think of a new strategy, and then he got distracted and he wanted to start trenching, and he started looking at some stuff on Solana, some memes, new memes and stuff.
So you went
and then I've been talking about talking about the hype stablecoin and
Yeah, I was saying I was worried that, like, if I sell my Bitcoin when it goes below the 120 and I go into Solana, but then say if Solana goes down below the 120 and then I sell it there, and then say I take refuge in Ethereum, but then Ethereum goes down to the 120, I lose even more there.
You gotta have a separate.
I've lost like 90% at that point.
I think you have to have like a separate strategy, because you're kind of you're playing with the rotation at this point. It's gonna be like, okay, and then the Solana goes below 120, you get into some shitter, and then that shitter goes below 120, and you're like all of a sudden 80% down.
Just further down the risk curve. Yeah.
You're like, all of a sudden you're like, you should have just held Bitcoin below 120. You know?
Yeah.
So, um,
He's trying to go down the risk curve, but he's just selling low and then selling low again. It's not
Well, the
good.
120 needs to come higher. That's the problem.
yeah, exactly. I
foolproof.
mean, I had this strategy where I wanted to get a whole new ledger device just to hodl Bitcoin, and like maybe the top three, like you just said, Solana and Ethereum. And then that's like just hodl it. Don't worry about it too much. Like maybe in the bear market you could transfer it into stables, hold the stables, and then like once Bitcoin or Solana and Ethereum they like drop significantly to their like bear market targets, then you just transfer those stables back. But that would be just like the top Bitcoin heavily dominated, maybe 75% Bitcoin, like 15% Solana or like Ethereum, and then like a 10% Solana or something like that, And you don't touch that bag. Like that bag just trades on its own. And then you have like another wallet that's for the shitters, and that one should be even more like more USD dominant in the bear market, and then it should just like work as because the shitters they pump very like at very certain points in the market. So let's say you're long term, this is your time ratio. Let's say this is like 5 years. Out of this time ratio, maybe like old season will be like here, and maybe here. So it's like, are you sure you want to be holding alts throughout this whole thing? Not really, but Bitcoin and Solana and Ethereum you could definitely hold throughout this, not have to worry about too much. But the alts should be just like this time strategized thing. Once you see the trend pumping, you see kind of like what we're seeing with the Bitcoin dominance, regaining control. What does it look like? Yeah, it's still like under the 120, so it still looks like it's about to collapse. So if alt season does come, I don't know how big the alt season will be, but
I think
looks like it's on its way.
that's part of it, right? Because like Bitcoin's got that bearish bias on the PMARP, right? And it's closing below. But Solana, it's above and it's got the bullish bias. Same with Ethereum. Ethereum's starting to cross down to a bearish bias.
Yeah.
It feels better holding those majors, especially going into what is likely an alt season in the fall or winter, right? It feels a little bit better holding Solana or Ethereum or even AVAX. It never feels good holding Ethereum for me. Shout out Matt Smead.
Yeah, Ethereum, really has that 5K. But I think like if everything goes well, hopefully this correction is going to be like a nice quick one. Like I really hope the gaps get closed, but I don't, that's like a thing that might not happen. But if they do, that would be nice, because then you have like your 92K Bitcoin, you have your 2.8K ETH price, because there's these two what seems to be runaway gaps. I could show you guys. Just pull up TradingView. I have to log in. Just give me 1 second. Well, these runaway gaps are very tricky to trade, because I know for a fact they're probably going to get filled in the bear market, but at the moment it's like hit or miss. Like what I started seeing is I saw two fractals curve. I posted this on my my friend's Telegram channel. I saw two fractal patterns. Where's my phone? Oh shit, it's not logging me in. 1 second.
Where's all these gaps?
Yeah, they're on the futures trading platform. You'll see it, two of them on the daily.
You're on the weekly.
Yeah, let me just log in and I'll show you guys.
Yeah, figuring gaps would happen on the futures because they close on the weekends.
Yep.
It would happen on the daily though, wouldn't it? You've got the weekly loaded up there, Theo.
The weekly won't show it. I'm gonna show you guys right now.
All right.
Okay, got that loaded up. Let me just do the presentation. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, sure. My entire screen. You guys. Alrighty. All right, I don't know why they still give me ads, but yeah. So you have your So sorry guys for the not light mode users, but ever since I had a bad screen burn on my Android, I just do a mix of morning light mode, nighttime night mode. It just
GM.
automatically switches. So you have a gap right here. This is the
It's lucky we're wearing shades, isn't it?
right. Yeah. So this gap is what could be called a runaway gap. Runaway gap is don't get filled right away, but I mean this was also considered a runaway gap, and we saw that. And this is where the fractals come.
Got filled nicely.
So yeah, and this is where the fractals are coming into play. So you can see the first fractal is this long consolidation matching this consolidation, and then you can see this right here, with the runaway gap, is kind of matching the same situation that happened here with the runaway gap as well. So of course, you could say like, hey, there was a gap here, it got filled. This is where the fractals, they might like that's what I'm saying. Like you don't want to focus too much on this runaway gap, because technically the gap over here that was caused at 114 already got filled, and we're kind of following this fractal of correction already. So we had the two peaks right here; they were going that upwards, right? So it was an exhaust. It was the market got exhausted at these prices. It wasn't like a downward correction where we just kept getting rejected downwards. We more or less got really greedy. You can see we exhausted the market. Everything looks like there's a bearish divergence here on the RSI. You could even see it happen how the market got exhausted. So the downward pressure was kind of imminent. And now at this point, we're kind of like, we're trying to bottom out. We're bottoming out, right? So we're doing this bottoming out. Maybe if it is a fractal, we could be like in this stage right here. So there might be like this one last push down. So maybe like somewhere here, 105. If we really go closing the gap theory, like it would be like a flash crash. And like I said, might not happen. Don't even bet. I'm not betting on it anymore. But if this is bottoming out right here, like around 105K, and then come October, end of September, we bottom out. And then October, we're already looking like we're doing another fractal up, which would be one up like this.
105, then a fractal up, probably in October.
Yeah, so in October, we're looking at like we could possibly be around like 130 to 150 at Bitcoin.
Easily.
If you want to draw some Fibonacci retracement level, which is really easy to do since we had the peak over here.
Fibonacci.
Yeah. So you could do an easy retracement, kind of see the fib levels. So there you guys go with the fib levels right here. So you can see that our targets are 1.618. Would be the next big resistance, but it kind of looks like we're kind of resisting before it. So I would assume, we would probably smash through it, and then that's where we have that 150 somewhere here, between 1.618 and 2.618. I think our market top is very possible. We're going to see a market top here. Now, this is just a theory, right, of just matching the fractals. It could not happen. What could be an alternative theory that could happen is Bitcoin from now just does not make any more tops. This was the top of the market, since we are bearish on the weekly, which I'll show you guys right now, that we are bearish on. So Ivan uses the money line. I use something that's a little bit quicker. I like to use the PSAR, which is the parabolic SAR. And on the weekly, it has been it did trigger bearish. So we have to really break 105K for Bitcoin to go towards that 140, 150 target. But if we don't do that, what could end up happening is Bitcoin just goes sideways here, keeps rotating into Ethereum. Ethereum then makes its way higher, like it looks like it's doing. Makes its own top, so maybe it'll go to like 5K. It'll finally break its all-time high. It'll go into price discovery somewhere here. Then we have alt season. The alts will follow on Ethereum. I don't know exactly what Solana will do, because Solana kind of already had its really massive rally, and the alt season, which who knows? Like Solana did really well.
Oh yeah, if we're saying if Ethereum goes crazy, that will trigger an alt season. Yeah, it makes sense. Right?
Yeah, it could be that Solana follows it as well. Like Ethereum is going into price discovery. Then Solana will go into price discovery. Where's Solana? Right here. Solana's at 202, so it's price discovered. Also similar, testing its all-time high. You know, if it breaks it, it will go into.
What would be the narrative behind Bitcoin at 150? Is it people taking it off exchanges, liquidity decreases, but like demand continues? Why
I think
would people be going?
Yeah, I think the narrative is going to be basically Wall Street. I think if the interest rates get cut even by a little bit, that's going to put some money into the markets. Then it's going to be like Wall Street is going to be pumping Ethereum like crazy with Tom Lee and everybody, like now all of a sudden listening to Tom Lee like he's Vitalik Buterin of Wall Street.
Yeah.
And they're just going to push money into it. The ETFs are going to dry up all the demand because there's not, like right now to sell, you have to, if you notice the patterns, like let's say here in the BTC chart, every time there's a sell order, there's always more sell pressure that needs to be put into the market for the price to dump, like way more. So you can see like this big candle right here, like two red candles, had to be so much sell pressure just to drop the price from 95K to 78K. This was like, and that was like the bottom. But then you had like these little couple green candles, which are maybe
pushes
like
it right back up past where it was.
Yeah, even more. So it's so you could think if you know all these ETFs are buying it, nobody's selling it. So yeah, that would be the narrative that would push the price up. And then at that point, once like the ETFs and the Wall Street gets very greedy, we're gonna be looking at and you know the greed by Wall Street could push it even to 200K. This is where Bitcoin can do its thing, and then everything will be amazing. Now again, this is all speculation, not financial advice. We're just looking at the charts, trying to make predictions with the highest probability. So I think with the highest probability, my prediction would be around somewhere 130 to 150K Bitcoin. And even if, like I said, Bitcoin doesn't do that, you would have a rotation where Ethereum and like Solana might push to all-time highs, and then you have all the alts that will run up eventually with Ethereum and Solana. Solana, of course, you're looking at the meme coins that do well over there. And on Ethereum, you're kind of looking at like the foundational like DeFi projects. I think that could do very well on Ethereum. Of course, you have things like XRP that could bump if Bitcoin starts going to 150. You got things like Tron that's kind of looks like it's going towards its all-time high again, and it might retest it. Tron has been a phenomenal coin for me since I've been buying it at like 5 cents. So if it does break its all-time high, it does a 5x for me, which is nice. But yeah, then Tron could go into price discovery too. All these bigger projects could all of a sudden now be pulling money from Ethereum, from Solana into them, and that's where we're going to probably see a top. And you kind of want to already start shifting into stables for the bear markets. ZRX is one project that I bought in as well because it has these nice spikes that it does. It kind of had like this nice double bottom and support going up. So I'm hoping it does some X's for me, 2, 3, or whatever X.
What's ZRX all about?
So ZRX, it's kind of like a protocol.
Zero X.
Ancient protocol project. They decoupled their governance, so it's not as significant, but they provide liquidity for a lot of the DEXs on Ethereum's DeFi. So, and it just has these nice pumps. Like if you look at it on a weekly.
What time frame is Benji down 43%? That's obviously in the last. That's obviously in the day, isn't it?
Benji.
I'm looking at your watch list. Sorry, Benji.
Just disregard this.
It's a wrong liquidity pool. It's a bad pool. It's a very low liquidity pool.
Very low
liquidity. On Poloniex.
Yeah.
It's false information. Okay.
Yeah, here I just use it as trading view, just so like if it hits my targets, like if it does hit the prices, I'll just get an alert and I'll know like get out of Benji.
So basically, what's happened in the last 3 weeks with the Bitcoin price, with the alts outperforming it? Have certain whales like OG whales popped up and they've rotated into Ethereum and it's kind of balked the Bitcoin price, and then the market makers have come in and they're trying to push it down a bit further to get the fees from the liquidations, and so it's just stuck there. It's not critically. It's not because it's not because it's not because the long-term holders in general have started selling. Critically, it's just a couple whales that came in and sold, and then they tried to push the price further down. But like you can see in other cryptos that there's loads of bullish sentiment. There's loads of news every day. Athena's pumping, and it just looks a bit weird with Bitcoin in the last 3 weeks being a bit sideways. But we're still on for like a crazy October, and probably it's going to be really exciting.
Yeah, if you look at like ETH to BTC, it's been going up. So this describes Wall Street's rotation from Bitcoin to Ethereum, and and that's been actually ranging pretty good. Like, so if you look at the range of Bitcoin, this Tom Lee actually brought up himself as well. So you could see that we're already kind of like ending our Ethereum rotation.
There's about 50% left. There's not much left.
Yeah,
it's pretty much in the range now. Near the top.
0.05, like 0.045. That'll be like, maybe the next resistance level that I would look at, because we had this support level here for a long time before we broke it. So it should act as a resistance. So you're looking at 0.05, whatever Bitcoin's price is at that point. Again, this is just a ratio of Bitcoin to Ethereum. Could be that Bitcoin just drops way more than Ethereum, and we'll reach that, without Ethereum even doing any pump. Or it could be that Ethereum is going to start pumping and reach that. But yeah, we don't have that much leg room. Like if we look at the highest
upside, we don't have that much upside relative to Bitcoin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Bitcoin most likely does have to pump with Ethereum for the price to go up, if that makes sense. So like Bitcoin has to start going to like 130, 140, and then Ethereum will be able to go to its like 6,000, 7,000. And then
6,900.
6,900. Yeah, let's set that as a target. That would be nice. And then from there, you would have like that nice little old season. And remember, guys, the most important thing is to get out, to have a sell strategy. I think Ivan is going to be doing that on his stream. That's probably the most important thing. What most people miss is selling their bags before the bear market comes. So once the bear comes, if you're still holding these coins, it could be bad. I mean, you could be down like 80% through the bear.
Wife leaves you and all that.
Yeah, Ivan will just stop streaming when the bull's over. But September's historically been the worst month, it looks like here, and then October and November have been the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, Q4 baby. Want to see hype get above 100.
Yeah, this is another project that I bought, Compound. It's kind of like a dead protocol versus Aave, where they still have like a team, but they do have developer streams, and it does also look like, what I liked about it is this nice spikes that it has like randomly, and it looks like it's bottomed out right here, like a nice like the double bottom formation. Now it's holding support. So I think Compound, one of the guys on Wall Street, I forgot his name, is trying to buy a lot of these tokens and pick up the project. So if he somehow is able to pitch this into Wall Street, once we have like staked Ethereum ETFs that go into play, if they do, we're looking at yield, DeFi yield. So there may be like a ETF yield that might be
compound, like interest, compounding interest.
Yeah, exactly. You got projects like Compound. So a lot of DeFi projects might really start pumping now. Again, I don't know how far Compound tokenomics are very limited. I think there's only like 2 million coins or something like that.
This is what I'm saying. Like World Liberty Financial has its controversies, but when I see news like Justin Sun's been suppressing the price, it's a DeFi thing. I want to buy things low. So if you ever hear like, oh, they've locked, this DeFi thing has crashed, look into it. And if the activity's there, and if there's reasons to be bullish, then you might want to DCA a couple DeFi things right now.
Yeah, exactly. Like Compound, I think it's compound.finance. Hopefully I got the right link.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Compound, the app is still working. Like I said, it's more like of a protocol level now. That's why the price has been so suppressed and the pumps are limited, because there's not really a team that's like doing the marketing for it, kind of like Aave. They're not really like developing new contracts like that, But the protocol still works. You could still lend and get yield, all that good jazz. And if this guy on Wall Street is able to pick up the project, buy a big stake in it, and then advertise it properly to Wall Street, this could do very well. But even if it doesn't do very well, once it reaches like around 130, like $200, if it does do that, because like I said, this is very limited token supply. You can see from their CoinGecko, there's only but there's only 10 million tokens in circulation, so it's even less than Bitcoin. And right now, it's the liquidity pool, I'm sure, for it is very dry. You can see the volume is picking up, which is very nice. The buy volume.
You're thinking about it on multiple levels. You're saying, what's the liquidity that's available? Could it pump, like, on the basis of, like, does the protocol still work? Is it one of these hyped up new narrative every week, or is it something that people actually use on chain? Then what happens when DeFi goes up in general? Then what happens to things with low liquidity? So you're really thinking this one through, and you come up with a target of 200. That's interesting.
Yeah, because I'm kind of following this trend line, right? So like if we're going up with this trend line, like here somewhere, yeah, we could be seeing like 250, 300 compound, something like that. And over there, you should definitely already be taking profits. That's a nice 5x. From
Are you trading all these on exchanges or on actual compound wallets?
These are all DeFi traded. The only thing I trade on exchanges are like things like BTC, XRP, TRX, but these are all Ethereum traded.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, cool.
Swap them in and out.
Yeah.
So that's my theory at the moment, at least with altcoins transition coming in October with the Bitcoin. If you guys have any questions, I'm down to take more questions, but I'll leave you guys with pretty much this.
Cheers for your presentation there. We're looking into DeFi things ourselves. I know that people say just hold Solana, ETH, and Bitcoin, and nothing else ever pumps, but it's not true. It's not gonna. We've got presidentially backed DeFi protocols nowadays. Aave had a okay 2 months. Other examples might be, not sure what to mention. Athena, with its new treasury company with some magnificent name. They actually set up their own, and then someone else comes in saying they're going to pump $20 billion more into it, and it's like, Jesus, it's really DeFi season right now. And like young players.
Yeah, and that's going to get bigger and bigger, especially as old season does come. You're going to start seeing a lot of like Wall Street, like kind of like the way Trump is doing. They're going to create their own treasuries. There's going to be some that might be like, okay, we're going to create a staked Ethereum treasury. All of a sudden, they're buying all the staked Ethereum tokens and holding them instead of Ethereum. So that might start boosting projects like Lido, staked ETH, Rocket Pool. Especially if they're going to distribute accordingly with RPL and LID tokens, LIDO, I think it's called. But
LDO.
These new companies that are going to be created for crypto by Wall Street, and they're going to try pumping the market like that with the news. And
Theo says pick up whenever he hears stable coins, and that's why I was trying to tell him about the new hype stable coin.
What's it called?
You gotta be careful with stable coins. I would only trust like USDC and maybe USDT.
But there's a buyback mechanism. It's going to increase liquidity it's going to lower fees. That's the first thing. They've already lowered the fees by 99% since they announced this stable coin. So
these are very. You're like. I'm sorry to cut you off, Wizard, but I wanted to just give a very crucial thing. What happens in the bull market is these new things come out. They haven't been battle tested in the bear market, and they all the time somehow fail, or like somebody on the inside like scams or some shit. Like Celsius was last year, for example. Was this new thing for earning yield,
free money,
and like bear market came, like it went to zero. So like this hype coin is a centralized project. They have their maybe stable coin, but if the bear market comes, nobody's trading on their exchange, a big whale pulls out, all of a sudden that stable coin crashes and depegs, and you're all holding that stable coin, you're putting yourself to that risk, right? You have to be able to actively monitor hype in the bear market to get out of their stable coin. Or better off, you just hold USDC, which is a publicly traded company. USDT has been in the game forever. Those two stable coins, they're also centralized, but they have at least historic proof, unlike hype. So if you want to hold
Dinosaur coins underrated. They've been bear tested.
USDT is amazing. It depegged as well when they had that banking crash. But again, like you're way better off holding USDC and USDT. I don't know about hype that much. It just came out. It's a new project. Like I said,
here's how you know the hype is just hype and dinosaur coins are the way to go. What's the narrative behind the Ethereum pump? What is Ethereum? It's a DeFi platform. So it's got all these components that are bear tested, and some of them have tokens. Some of them, the vesting schedule is nearing the end. Some of them you can see adoption and growth, and it's stuff that you should be looking into, because that is what happens after we see Ethereum reach 6,900. We see a little bit of a rotation on chain, and we're going to make it like that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, with stables, like I said, just be a little bit careful with stables. There's so many of them. There's PayPal, USD, that it could be, it's up now, but then like if PayPal all of a sudden fails their stable project, they'll just take it down, and you're holding this stuff. So it's at the end of the day, it's just
dipped.
Like, what am I gonna do?
XPL dipped like 7 days ago.
Ripple has its own stable too now. Like Ripple coin has its stable. Are you using Hyperfluid by any chance? Are you guys daily?
Yeah, on the daily. I like to trade on the 12-minute. I like to trade on the 6-hour. I like to go to bed 13x leverage.
I just hold spot hype, but I wanted to ask you about, I don't know if you can tell us, but like the Gerhard one trade that you get a refund if you come in and the trade doesn't work out. Can you tell us what that trade is? Can I short something on hype?
Go for it.
If this trade doesn't work, then you are allowed all your money back.
Yeah. It's long Ethereum, short something.
I'll pull that up for you in a second. Hold on. I know he's shorting Mantle. It's not WorldCoin. Come on, guys. I'll go on my trading for you. Hold on.
Doesn't have it memorized.
Did go down though. Shit, it got rejected. That sucks. I was really hoping.
He was shorting Say for a bit. He was shorting PIF. That before the announcement, he was shorting PIF, and then he kind of almost nuked the portfolio that he's trading for other people.
Oh, sure.
It's not World. All I can think of in my head when you ask is StarkNet.
StarkNet, okay.
It's StarkNet relative to Bitcoin and Ethereum as a hedge. Half Bitcoin, half Ethereum.
Star? Is that the
STRK?
Oh, STRK.
Hedge for Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Interesting. So I could short this versus Ethereum essentially.
Half Ethereum, half Bitcoin, I believe.
Okay.
Weird strategy, but yeah, I remember StarkNet. They came to a couple hackathons. So my understanding is it's like a very heavily VC funded project.
Why is it weird? Load up the tokenomist AI. What's the market cap for StarkNet? Look, tell me the market cap and tell me the vesting, and show me the vesting graph. And I don't see why it's weird, because you've got Ethereum.
If the way I meant by weird, like the way they're the way they're kind of like trying to adopt users on StarkNet, it's like
it's not working.
500 million market cap.
It's like I don't know. I remember I tried using their tech. It's like their sole interop layer thing that they have going, and I don't know. It was a little weird. Like it wasn't smooth transition, and I just couldn't understand how they're able to like.
When something's VC funded, yeah, it gets hyped up as well. Like sometimes, not every time.
What's their total unlocked program?
Total locked 55%.
Is that so? It's got 45% left.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I want to see the graph, but I can't load up the graph because I'm not a pro user of Tokenomist or something. Oh, now I've got the graph. Oh, it looks crazy. So show me StarkNet relative to ETH. Can we draw some lines on StarkNet relative to ETH? Maybe we can find like a range or something.
STRK. /ETH.
No, you'd have to press the down arrow and load up like STR. Oh, you've done it.
And when you're like playing with VCs, it's like a different ball game too. Like those guys' strategy is completely different from ours. We're like buying low and trying to sell high.
This is
What a
crazy.
VC does is they invest in a company early, they get it for dirt cheap price, and then they just always sell. Like
Yeah, if anything does well, because they've invested in 10 of in their heads, their justification is that they invested in 10 other things that didn't even like launch. So their justification is, oh, we're allowed to sell because we funded them.
It's not even they funded it. They unless they have like their tokens locked, but which they do most of the time. Once their tokens unlock, they're already they unlocked at a profit, and they're just it's like they just right away try to extract they're not going to time the market. They're right away they just start selling it along all the way down.
They have to because they funded 9 other things which went to zero before the unlock or whatever.
Yeah. So they have no choice. They're always selling, and you're gonna have that pressure. That's the similar situation with XRP. That their treasury is always selling. I think they also have like 50% unlock. Still.
Also, I bet if we loaded up like StarkNet's like revenue from like DEX revenue or something, I bet it's shit. Like there's too many of these chains and they all compete with each other.
Yeah, XRP still has like 40% that is locked by their treasury, so they're still selling. I had a store, and the guy was like, "Oh, I'm like whale status in XRP," and I was like, "Yo, that's amazing, but just be careful in case it goes back to like 50 cents." He's like, "Oh, it's never gonna go back to 50 cents. It has so much support." I'm like, bro.
Yo, is this a bunch of new unlocks just starting right away?
Yeah, it is.
On Stark?
Yeah, look at that. It's about to soon, yeah. There's a whole bunch of unlocks that are about to start soon.
Oh man, we're gonna print on this.
We're gonna print on this trade. Yeah. Then we can rotate that into some hype tokens, some rocket pool.
So for example, if it's old season and all of a sudden Stark is pumping, you got those unlocks. They're gonna like limit the pump basically. They might they might not do too much. Maybe the pump is so strong that they'll just nobody cares about the unlocks. But then I don't know if that's going to be the case. But you never know with crypto.
Versus these treasury
underperforming Ethereum, right?
These treasury companies, they want to wait until Ethereum becomes so scarce that they're like the sole distributors of it. Like the sneakers app is to Nike trainers. Like eventually, MicroStrategy want to be like hold, and then there's a shortage for exchanges, and they're like, okay, we'll help you add a fucking premium.
Yeah.
They're long term. These treasuries are long term in theory.
Yeah. They're all long term, but then they're also like bandwagoners. So that's significant in crypto. I'm sure they're gonna be we're out. Guys.
Yeah, Solana's the new thing. Like Tom Lee's telling us like why he's pivoting to Solana in 22. Come on, there's no consistency. You're bandwagoning. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah. It's like my dad, like 20K Bitcoin. Oh, it's a scam. Don't buy it. 120K Bitcoin.
Oh, 20K. You guys could be rich. He could be driving that Mercedes S-Class. That's crazy, bro. I'm sorry about that, bro.
These guys are all like,
yeah.
They have their own.
Do you live with your dad?
No, I don't. But yeah, it's just that's the way I look at a lot of like the way people look at crypto. The way I see it is just they look at the price, and for them it's not more of the technology, the blockchain technology, but it's more of a get rich quick type of tool, and that really undermines the whole narrative behind Web3, because it's kind of like instead of it being the next frontier for people to self-custody their assets, have ownership, it's more like, hey, let's just make as much money as possible so that so that I don't know, we could just get ahead of people, get ahead of the other people.
I'm in it for the lols as well as the technology though. I'm like 50% believer, 50% troll, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, us here we're more like we're more in for like with the tech. We could see the way the tech is building. We could see like how it's gonna help the world. But most people like they don't care. Like they
Well, Binance got to go. Binance got to go, man. Like we're becoming more regulated now. Like the way Binance have been running this market, where they pump up the alts and then they know when to sell, so it creates this false volatility. You ask anybody about crypto, they say, "Oh, it's too volatile." That's because Binance, what they do is they know how to sell the top and they know how to buy back the token for their treasury, and it's creating this idea that we're just some stupid pump and dump market. But as we become more official, there's new legislation. Binance is going to have to fix up, and hype is coming for Binance's ass. You can see the growth. You can see that they're working on all these different levels in terms of like pre-sale tokens, stable coins. They're doing it, and that's why I like hype, is because they're taking on the Goliath, of Binance, which I think is a great mission. You know what I mean? Binance, hype to 200.
For adoption. Like we didn't have any of these treasury companies or ETFs. All these things are getting approved now. We had none of this in the last cycle. So by the time we're in the next cycle and crypto's taking over the world, people still won't even notice. Amber's looking at me. What's up?
Yep.
Oh yeah, sure, no problem. So yeah, let's wrap here, guys. If that's okay with you, we can do an after party if you like. But it's been a great show. Thanks so much, Rom. Thanks so much, Justin, for joining. Any final thoughts for the listenership?
Yeah, thank you guys for having me and staying a little bit over time to do some of the concluding remarks. But yeah, let's keep at it. HODL, guys. I think the correction is almost done. So and then we're gonna go to Valhalla in the fall. So just stay tuned.
Q4, get ready. I like that. Thanks to Roman, Theo, and thanks to everyone on Twitter. Peace.
Nice one.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Peace.